Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rena. If you're new here, then welcome and welcome to the end of 2021 Best Skincare. I mean, this video is a little bit late because it's already 2022, so happy holidays everyone. There's a lot of holidays in January. I'm finger crossed this video is up in Jan. If it's not, then happy February. But I've got holidays in January as well, so I hope I have the time to edit as well. I'm still vlogging and all that and enjoy some time off. But yeah, I'm so excited for this video and prepare for a very long time. You can tell I cannot talk at the moment. So without further ado, let's just dive into today's content. And if you like this type of videos, I do have one for the year of 2020, so I'll leave that link somewhere down up here and down below. And if you like today's video, don't forget to give me a like and consider subscribe down below. I do lots of reviews and there are a few coming up. I've got full of sunscreen piling over there waiting for me to film in my final thoughts. We're going to go in the order of how I use my skincare morning and night. So obviously the first step is cleansing product. I don't have any makeup removers or balms or anything to recommend because I think I'm yet still on a hunt of finding my best. But I do have two cleansers that I super enjoy, and they're super affordable as well, coming from the Swisse brand. One is their olive leaf deep cleansing gel. This is in my empty, so I kept this empty one. The other is a cream cleanser called Sweet Almond Gentle Cream Cleanser. I've wrote Chinese as in face wash here because I'm giving this one to my nan to use at the moment. I'm testing other cleansers, but I've loved both of these. They are first very good at cleansing your skin. That's what a cleanser is supposed to do, and none of these causing any irritations on the face, and you don't feel super dry. So for the Sweet Almond one, because it's a cream cleanser, so it doesn't give a foam, it's perfect for dry skin as they're suggested. Also perfect for the morning. I feel like in the morning I don't want to overstrip my skin because I've got a makeup for the entire day, and plus I've super pumped my skin overnight. I just want something, you know, wash off the oil and the residual dirt that I accumulated overnight. This is a really good one, super affordable. I have a lot of great ingredients in here. Sweet almond oil for moisturizing, and they also have rice bran water that's super popular in Asian skincare, and I'm super happy seeing this in Australian like skincare product. How many super have I said already? It's just because I love it very much. This one is suitable for people having a little bit dry skin. You can obviously use it during morning and night, but for me, I have T-zone, a bit of oil, like a combo skin type, so I do tend to use this in the morning. The one that I finish up, obviously I love a little bit more, is the olive leaf deep cleansing gel. This is a foaming cleanser, and the foam is rich, yet it's not suffocating. You know, sometimes the foam, it's too rich. When you wash it, you feel like I'm gonna hold my breath for that 30 seconds, otherwise I'm gonna breathe in all the bubbles and I'm gonna, you know, feel super bad. This is not. This actually having those like bubble drink type of like foam that it creates, feels like very lightweight, and yet it's rich enough to create that bubble and remove all the dirt on the skin. And the better thing of this one, and why I like it more, is it contains AHA and BHA, glycolic acid and salicylic acid. So if you're someone loving chemical exfoliation but you're afraid that it's too strong for you, or you're very sensitive, you want to use the most mild form in your cleansing step, or I mean in your skincare routine, I think cleansing step including AHA, BHA is the best option. And this one contains a great AHA, BHA, and also contains olive leaf to further antioxidant but also moisturize skin during those exfoliation steps, just adding all the good stuff in here. And this one recommended for oily to combination skin, so I use it during the night time. I can use it during the day, but I just prefer a cream sort of cleanser. I feel like that's better. For my mom who's having a drier skin, she uses it and it's no problem whatsoever. She even commented this one feels very clean yet not dry, not stripping on the skin. These two retails for $10 around, a little bit over 10 I believe, and they're having 125 ml per bottle, so it can last surely a long time. Get it when it's on half price sale. It's almost like buy one get one free. For toners, I have to say I'm not a toner lover, but I do have quite a few toners, especially for me just to wet my face again before I apply serums and all the other stuff afterwards, but I don't love one over the other. However, there's one functioning toner that I really love, and I guess you guys might already guessed it. It's the Paula's Choice BHA 2% liquid exfoliate. So this one contains 2% salicylic acid. and I have loved this so much. This is my empty as well. I do have another bottle sitting in my vanity at the moment. I found I haven't used a lot of BHA toners recently. Like I've used a cleanser, I've used serums, I've used masks before, but for toner I seem just to stick onto this one like from the day I start using it because it's really good. It gives you 118 mils of 4 fluid ounces. It's not super like pricey, and they always have sale on the Paula's Choice website. Or if you go from some UK website, they have even better sales and have bigger bottles as well. I think overall price-wise, it's not super high price tag. That's why I haven't been trying more. But I am hoping that I can try more, that I already purchased a few, just to see how I feel, if it's gonna be as good as this one or even better, or make me confirm that this is the best, if that's making sense. But this one feels super nice on the skin. It pretty much stings for 2 seconds on my skin and then it's all good. It's a liquid, yet it feels just a tiny bit of, not oily, but it's just not like water. It's very gentle considering it's a 2% BHA, and I noticed the results very obviously, especially if you haven't been using this for a month or so. You start seeing the bumps, the blackheads, the pores and everything all coming back, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need my toner. So I use this every night on a daily basis. There are days where my skin's quite irritated through like seasonal changes or because I'm testing new products. That's when I'll go for one of my calming toners for those days. But yeah, I do recommend if you want to try a BHA, and this is one of their best selling products, so I shouldn't need to say more. The next big category is for serums. I love using serums, and I think you guys know how much I love serums, especially when they're containing active ingredients to really do some work for the skin. So for this year's, I've included 4 serums here. I've got vitamin C serums in the morning, vitamin A serums, and some supplementary serums. Or if you're someone who don't want to go those VC, VA, morning night routine because your skin is so sensitive, or if you already found your true love. So let's go in the order of how I use it during morning and night. In the morning, I would go for vitamin C serum to start with. The one that I put in this year's favorite is the Clinique Fresh Pressed Daily Booster with pure vitamin C 10%. First, I have to say I love the packaging about it, how it was a solid and you press it down to actually activate it, and then it's giving you like a 7 days usage. I can use it around 10 days. I use it on my face and my neck. Don't know it's because I only use it in the morning or because I don't use it enough. I can use it for nearly 2 weeks and it doesn't go bad until I finish everything. The consistency of this one is actually very similar to the Timeless Fluoric Acid and Vitamin C serums. If you used that one before, that's also one of my favorite. But I feel like it's probably because they are like freshly boosted. On my face, this is only 10%. I feel almost the same result when I'm using that 20%. I have to say, price-wise, this one's a little bit more expensive and it only give you like less than a month's usage, and this is retail for I believe around $50 if I'm not wrong, somewhere between that line, where the Timeless one give you 30 mils that you can use 1 month at least, or even 2 months actually for me, and it only charges for $30 or something, and that is actually converted into Australia with higher like price. If you go by, if you're in US, I think it's a lot more affordable. I mean, this one's a lot cheaper in US as well. Everything here in Australia is a little bit more expensive. So I'm still on a hunt for an Australian like vitamin C serums that I really love, have really good ingredients for me to use as an alternative. But I do feel like if Clinique is on sale and they're having gift with purchases, you know, I will get this one again to treat myself. And the supplementary serums that I use can be used during morning and night, so I'm just gonna put it out now. This is the Buffet from The Ordinary. When I say supplementary serum, that means it doesn't have those like holy grail strong anti-aging active ingredients like vitamin C, vitamin A. It's having others like peptide, hyaluronic acid, ceramide, you know, all the other good stuff that I think is like a category B, which is still really good. But will I go that beyond my VC or VA in the morning and night? No. I would put vitamin C and vitamin A first. But if my skin's going through changes, I don't feel like using my VC and VAs today, I would go for something, using the supplementary serums as my main serums and then followed by moisturizer. I hope that's making sense. So there are a few options for me to choose: hyaluronic acid, ceramide, peptide, Q10. I love a lot of them, and then I struggled between peptide and Q10, and then I feel like this one is I love a little bit more than the Q10. Not that I don't like it, but if I only have to recommend one, the Ordinary one is the one that I love the most. It's a multi-peptide. That's why I call it a buffet. You know, have a lot of things combined in here. It has one of the best consistency from the brand The Ordinary. A lot of their products having not so my favorite sort of experience in terms of applications on the face. It's either too tacky or it peels a little bit if you use too much. But this is something you don't have to worry about it. You can layer like 1,000 layers on and it still feels really good. And with peptide, I was introduced by the brand The Ordinary. Before that, I didn't think peptide does anything. You know, I know it plumps the skin, fill out the lines, it helps to build up the skin barriers against environmental damage. But I always feel like these are, yeah, how can you tell? But when I use The Ordinary, it's the first time I feel like my skin was plumper and I feel my skin's barrier is getting better because my skin having some sensitivities at the time. And my mom also noticed that. I think for her, it's more for that skin barrier. She's having like a really, not rosacea, but it's like a really rushed skin. Like she is very easy to get sunburned and all that. And she felt this one actually helping her a lot along with others. So if I have to recommend one, I feel like this year I'm really gonna go for the buffet. But I'm hoping that I can discover more peptide serums. I know Dr. Levin's having a lot, so I'm tipping my toes into those and see if I can something even better that is Australian made and owned. Alright, nighttime. Vitamin A. I have to mention this one. It's gonna be pretty much showing in all my end of the year favorite skincare. I just cannot say no to it because it's so good. And this is The Ordinary granactive 2% emulsion. I've used it for years before they changed the formula all the way till now, and I always repurchase, I always stock it up. It's just so good. The formula these days are way better than what they had before, which I'm so blessed. Thank God it's so much better. It was so thick and yet irritating on the skin. At the moment, maybe because I've used so many bottles, maybe because I have other things, you know, my skin's barrier getting a lot better. I can use on my face, neck, my chest, no problem whatsoever. And that's probably why I went through a bottle very fast, because it's almost like 2 phases, you know. The only thing I have to say is when you're using this one, if you're layering with other product, it might not be the best because this one itself, it's liquidy, but it's actually quite thick. I feel like it just fill up my skin pretty much 80% of everything that I need, and then I just need that 20% from a moisturizer to lock it in. So if you're someone loving to layer like a couple or 3-4 serums, I think you might want to use this on the day when you don't feel like layering too much, not on an everyday basis. I don't use this one on an everyday basis. I can, but I choose not to because I want to give my skin a break every now and then. But I still really love this one if I'm going out choosing for a vitamin A without thinking, very affordable, that I don't have to even worry that I'm having bad irritations and have a great result. This will be the one. But I know this one had a lot of trouble of getting in stock, particularly in Australia, but also worldwide. And I found something not even better, but close enough here in Australia, especially if you're not someone really enjoy their formula, their performance, or if you think the concentration from that one is a little bit too much. I do have one better alternative for you. This is the Swisse bio-retinol 0.5% plus vitamin B3 10% renewing booster serum. This one using bio-retinol, so it's not retinoid that we know, it's the bakuchiol, and it contains 0.5. So it's a less higher concentration and a less irritating product, but that also means the result's going to be a lot milder, not as effective, as quick as the retinoid. And they also add in 10% of vitamin B3, which is niacinamide, make this bottle actually containing 2 active ingredients rather than just one solely concentrated like The Ordinary. So if you're someone like using less, the less is more, that sort of principle, and you want something mild and yet somehow effective, I reckon this one is good, but just not going to be as strong as The Ordinary. It's a really affordable one, and you can get Swisse now from Coles, Safeway, Chemist Warehouse, Priceline, all the pharmacies that you can think of, even including the supermarkets I just mentioned, they're all available. So it's very affordable, very easy access. I believe this one is around maybe $30 when it's not on sale. So when it's on sale, it's actually the time to pick it up. I always get a lot of Swisse skincare to try for you guys during their half price sales, and I found a lot of the things I love from the brand. So in general speaking, this is a brand you can tip your toes in if you're just not quite sure what to get. There's a high chance you're gonna get a hit rather than a miss. And after the serums, let's go for the eye creams and facial creams. I know eye cream is not essential, but I do have one that I really like, so I just want to quickly mention it. And this is the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Eye Serum. I also have an empty here. I've just used it up, and I haven't repurchased this one. I've got their Matrix, the little bottle ones. I just want to see what's the differences. Like, is that one a little bit better, or they're all the same? Because that one is a little bit more expensive than this, I believe. I know eye cream is not essential, like I mentioned, and this one's super bougie, quite expensive, so I don't recommend everyone to get it. The reason why I love this is I have a vertical line over here, which I can also get rid of it by using really good moisturizer, a lot of good eye treatments, like a mask around here, and it can still help to fade that vertical line. And this line is probably because how I squeezed myself. I've mentioned this a couple of times already. But when I'm using this, even if I'm not taking good care around my eye, using serums, like using masks, you know, like really focus around here, I can just rub this one all around my eyes, and that's the same thing. So to me, it's really making life easier by spending a little bit more money. So I can sort of justify myself to repurchase this one, but I also know it's too bougie. I've got good affordable ones that I just need to focus around my eyes. Some of the serums might be a little bit too strong, and that is also why I kind of just want to just go something safe, although it's expensive. So if you're someone like me having those false lines, not true wrinkles because of aging, but rather because the posture that we used to do that causing these, and you are still financially able to purchase this and you're interested, that's the most important thing. You have got to be wanting to try this, to buy this. I would recommend, but otherwise, skip this. Don't worry about it. Moving on to the creams. I've got two creams this year. One is the one that I've never mentioned before, and I kind of feel guilty about not mentioning, about keeping a secret from you guys. Also because it's quite expensive. I always feel like I might just biased because of the price tag. But I think I do really enjoy this. This is actually by the brand Riley. This is their CEO Vitamin C Rich Hydration Cream. So this one contains 5% vitamin C derivatives, which I think that concentration is pretty low, and because they're using derivatives, so you know the effectiveness on the skin is going to be almost like minimal. But I do like how they at least tell you how much it contains, so you can decide, customers can decide whether they want it or not. I actually found this one's really good, not because of the ingredients. I mean, the ingredient is one of the main reasons why I purchased in the first place, and to me, like, a little bit something's better than nothing. That's my theory. So I like how I contain some vitamin C's during my morning skincare routine. It's a really rich cream, and it comes with a beautiful packaging, glass bottle, you know, orange colors, you know, all that, and it comes with a scent. The scent is like fresh orange. It's not a scent that Swisse got their orange cream, which it was a little bit too sweet. Like that one feels like hard orange candy. This one feels like fresh orange, where you just peel it, you sniff it in. It's that freshness scent. So I have to say they're really good at making that fragrance. It's really not strong, very obvious, but I enjoyed it every time I use it. It's got a bit of yellowish color in it, and it's so rich that you feel like your skin's super moisturized, but it's not thick. You don't have to warm it up, you don't have to liquefy it, you can just rub it around your face and your skin feels instantly more hydrated, and it locks the moisture. So I also love this, so I can skip my primer step, because I'm using like sunscreen and I have to wait for that 20 minutes. If I use another layer of primer, before I start my makeup, I've already got 10 layers on my skin. So this actually minimized one step. It feels super nice. I really love this. Will I repurchase? I will literally think about it, but I don't think I'll go straight away. similar to the Estee Lauder one. I think a lot of the creams are similar, but I have to use those expensive ones. So when I go use the more affordable ones, I can feel like, oh my gosh, this reminds the Sun Riley, this reminds the La Mer, so I can recommend to you guys as a dupe option. But if you're someone's thinking that was a bit too bougie, don't worry, I've got something very affordable. This is also from the brand Swisse Bio-Ceramide Retinoid Defense Cream. I do have a Swisse whole line review video upcoming. I don't know which one comes first. If that one's already uploaded, I'll leave a link. So it has really detailed review of this, and they also have like a bio-retinoid cream, so I reviewed that one as well. I loved this one, and this is a completely consistency compared to the Sun Riley, so I feel like I've covered like a whole bunch of skin types as well for people who are loving different types of creams. So this is a bio-ceramide, which is not ceramide, so they're using that biotechnology. So to me, bio-ceramide is meaning they are in the group of ceramides, so they're doing similar things that ceramide can do, but just not as effective. What I really enjoyed this is, oh my gosh, I'm almost empty. I know I'm using this, but I didn't see it's almost empty. So you see that in my next empty as well. It's the consistency that it's so lightweight. I remember describing this as a yogurt. Super liquid, like you can drink it with a straw. Like so nice on the skin. Apart from the bio-ceramide it also contains resveratrol as well. So resveratrol is another good supplementary serum that I probably wouldn't just go use it by itself, but it's good as a combination to help, you know, like a support, as name suggested, to help the whole skin regeneration, build up skin barriers, moisturizing the skin and all that. I feel like this consistency is going to be so good if you're someone hating a thick cream, especially like today, it's almost 40 degrees outside. Feeling like putting anything on the face is a burden, using this cream wouldn't be, because it's so lightweight on your face. You can use it during the morning, during the night time. You can use it alternatively in the seasons where it's really hot, or if you're having really oily skin, found me using moisturizer is a problem, that you prefer a lotiony type thing. Try this one. I reckon it's really good, and it's again very affordable, easy access, Australian owned brand, made in Australia as well. The last category is for facial treatment. So I've got two products here. One is in the facial holy grail oil that I found last year, and it's also very affordable, Australian brand, made in Australia, easy access, and this is the Native Treaments line. So this is a new line they released at the start of 2021. Their Miracle Face Oil. This is a true miracle nourishing face oil, as the name suggested. It has a whole bunch of oils. Let me read it to you. We've got apricot oil, we've got coconut oil, jojoba oil, hazelnut oil, shea butter, sweet almond oil, rosehip oil, and vitamin E as well. So I mentioned like 8 main type of oils, and yet the consistency of this one is almost similar to the ordinary serum. So that is how lightweight it is. Oil type of product, but having a serum consistency. So when you put it on your face, you can layer a lot and you don't feel very heavy. You don't have that shiny, oily face that I kind of worry when I go to sleep. You know, I leave a stain on my sheets. No, this one sinks right into your skin straight away, and when you wake up in the morning, you feel like your skin is still very soft, very radiant. It wouldn't be something you only stays on the upper layer of skin. It really does get into it, and because it's lightweight, so I was kind of worried if it's going to be enough for a drier skin type. But my mom tried it and she loved it. She literally asked me to repurchase one in particular and forget about all the other ones. We've used a lot, and I've introduced her rosehip oil so long ago because I know it's really good for her lines and boosting that hydration, but she's like, she prefers this one better. So I got to say this is one of my favorite. I haven't found anything as similar or even as better result as this one just yet. So I'm actually really wanting to find something that I can beat this oil, but I reckon it's really good. So this one is around $20 like price point for 30 ml. Native also have 25% off very frequently. They sometimes have spent $40–45 to give you a gift pack. During this Christmas sale, I think it was like 30% off. On Amazon during like those Black Friday, I think they had 50% off. I didn't pick it up. I hesitated because I have a whole bunch of other oils to try before they go bad. But these are the times that I would recommend you guys to stock it up, or if you want to grab a bargain. So the last one, I don't have it in front of me, but I'll just insert the photos here. This is the Ascorbic Stop the Spot Treatment. I have to think the name for a second. The Stop the Spot Treatment is something that I've been constantly using, and you can see it everywhere. I take it when I go for travel. I put one at my parents' house. I have one on my vanity, and I have 2 backups. I got this one from Adore Beauty. I believe you can also get it from their official website, but I often go for Adore Beauty because they have better sales. Like they are always do 20% off, and sometimes they would have like a free gift on any purchases of the day. Sometimes the free gift could be like Estee Lauder 7ml night serum, which is really good, or like a Dermalogica product, or like a Little Benefit mascara, or Anastasia brow gel or something, you know, some really good products. So I always wait for those time to come, and then I stock it up. If you never use Adore Beauty, I'm sure if you into like skincare and makeup here in Australia, and they have like a lot of brands, I will leave their link down below. I don't have like a referral code or anything to give you a discount, but I do have like a link if it's your first time using Adore Beauty. I think you save 10 and I get 10. I've got the descriptions down in the below, so you can check it out if you never use it, or if your friends having it, go ask from them, so you know you guys can benefit each other. This is the true friends with benefits. Anyway, that Stop Spot treatment contains niacinamide, contains BHA. It also have denatured alcohol to really, you know, make everything sink into skin, and having high concentration of BHA and niacinamide, which I wouldn't use it all around my face. If I have pimples around my eyes, I have to be super careful because if that stings, that I would literally cry. But the results of this is really, really good. I do have hyperpigmentation issues, as if I have a acne and then I left it untreated for a couple of days, the scar would linger for a month or so, and it never completely like faded away fully. Maybe after half a year or so it will gone, but by that time I already had 5 other new acnes. It's just my skin, so I like to use niacinamide all the time to making sure it increase the skin process. I just have a really slow skin turnover time, but I found this one making the pimples go away super quick. So for instance, I had a pimple the other day just over here. Now it's just a little dot. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that was about to coming out so obviously. I was like, oh my gosh, let's put this on. Next morning it's already having no redness around it. It's already like a lot more smoother and smaller, and I've used it for 2 days. I think I actually forgot for 1 day, and now it's just a little dot there. So I just have to wait for that a bit of skin dried and get off by itself, peel it off by itself, and I'll be all good to go. That was everything for my best skincare for the year of 2021. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I love this type of videos. Like I said, I do have one for 2020, and I stand by everything that I said in that video, so I can leave that link somewhere down below. I mentioned a lot more affordable serums in that video, so if you want to check that out, I'll make sure to leave the link somewhere, like I already mentioned 10,000 times. But I hope you guys really enjoyed today's one. So if you did, don't forget to give me a like and consider subscribe down below. That is everything for today. I hope you guys enjoy some sunshine and not too hot outside. Today is very warm, and stay safe and stay positive, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.